So this June, the world watched as the US launched major airstrikes against Iran's nuclear program. President Trump even called Iran's facilities completely and totally obliterated. But as early assessments are rolling in, the story is a lot more complicated than those headlines. Let's break down what actually happened. The US targeted 3 Iranian nuclear sites: Fordow, Isfahan, and a third still unspecified facility. Isfahan is especially important. It's believed to hold nearly 60% of Iran's already enriched nuclear material, most of it secured in deep underground tunnels. The US hit Isfahan with Tomahawk cruise missiles launched from a submarine. But here's the catch. While above-ground buildings were clearly damaged, satellite photos confirm that the main tunnels, those deep ones holding the real stockpile, might not have been touched at all. Unlike the other sites, Isfahan didn't get hit with America's biggest bunker buster bombs, those massive ordnance penetrators or MOPs carried by B-2 bombers. And there's a technical reason for that. Isfahan's tunnels are just too deep for even the latest US bunker busters to reach, at least for now. Meanwhile, Fordow did take a pounding. 12 bunker busters back-to-back, aimed right at its underground centrifuges. US officials are cautiously optimistic that Fordow's underground areas were hit hard since Iran's air defenses were knocked out before the strikes. But Isfahan? Not so much. And here's where the experts come in. Analysts like Jeffrey Lewis from the Middlebury Institute say the attack on Isfahan is, quote, incomplete. The enriched uranium stored there, yes, the stuff needed to move closer to a nuclear weapon, was likely untouched, tucked away in tunnels so deep, conventional bombs just can't get to it. Several US intelligence sources quietly admit the same thing. Unless those tunnels are destroyed, Iran's nuclear material is still very much in play. Now officially, the US government is holding back on details. The Secretary of Defense isn't commenting, and the Vice President has said only that the operation's goal was to stop Iran from turning its uranium stockpile into weapons-grade material. He claims Iran can't do that anymore, at least for now. But the reality is Iran is already working on a new enrichment plant at Isfahan, reportedly coming online soon. They still have the material, the know-how, and at least one major underground facility. So after all that firepower, the big question remains, did the US actually destroy the bulk of Iran's enriched nuclear material? Early signs suggest probably not. The tunnels at Isfahan may have survived, and unless the US finds a way to reach even deeper, or tries something far more drastic, those stockpiles could still be a threat. In the end, the operation showed off American firepower, but the deeper challenge, literally, remains. I'll keep an eye on what comes next.